Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast, Talk with Akinwunmi. I am your regular host, Akinwunmi Elemide. Come along with me as I take you through today's episode. So, on today's episode, we'll be talking about facing teen pressures or peer pressures, as it were. But before we get into that, I just have a couple of things to say before going head first into the topic. Over the past couple of about a month or two, I know I've not been consistent in dropping episodes or segments, as it were, to this podcast, and I am deeply sorry because I've been busy with moving, packing, and stuff because I moved from Nigeria to the United Kingdom over a month ago. And the issues of settling in, adapting to the new environment and stuff, it's really a big deal. It was kind of a big deal, but now I feel like I'm well rooted, so that's it. I'm just trying to just settle in properly. But yeah, I promise I will try my best. Not promise, anyways. I'll try my best to be dropping back-to-back episodes before the year ends, because I know that a lot of people have been asking, and when will I drop the next episode? And I really do appreciate those who took time out to check on me why I've not been able to drop episodes. I mean, there was a particular person that reached out to me. I never met her before. Turns out she also in the United Kingdom here too. She moved from Nigeria too. I never met her before, but she knew one of my friends and she heard my podcasts. So she heard the other episodes, and she messaged me on WhatsApp and asked me why I haven't dropped another episode. I told her that I just, the stress and everything, she understood, and turns out that my podcast has gone further than I thought it would. So I thank each and every one of you, my dedicated listeners, and my new and future listeners. I thank each and every one of you for giving me an opportunity to express myself. So into today's topic, facing teen pressure or peer pressure. Basically, when we talk about pressure in physics means force per unit area applied perpendicular to the surface of an object. But I'm not talking about the pressure according to physics. I'm talking about the pressure that you put on yourself. I'm talking about the pressure that the society puts on you. I'm talking about the pressure that academics put on you. I'm talking about the pressure that your friends put on you. So teen pressures really refer to the social, academic, and personal challenges that teenagers face. Examples: academic expectations, particularly for those in secondary schools. You have academics, you have books to read, exams to pass. There's always that pressure that I have to pass my exams, I have to read my books then pass my exams. There's no room for failure, and all of that. That pressure on yourself is that expectation you expect of yourself is a pressure on its own. Another example of pressures that teenagers face is peer pressure. Peer pressure is the only way I can simply put it is a kind of pressure that when you see your friends doing something, you also want to do it. Or when you see your friends doing something, you want to do it. Like let's see, from the good side of things, you see that your friend is passing his exams or his or her exams, doing well in school. There will be that pressure on you if you're associated with that kind of person, that if this person can do this, why won't I be able to do it myself? I mean, he doesn't have two heads. I have one head, he has one head, and if he can do it, why can't I be able to do it? Another example that of pressure that teenagers face in this generation actually is societal standards. I mean, if you look at the society, particularly the no, not particularly to any, not peculiar to any society, but just generally speaking, uh, there's usually a standard that the society has placed. Like, okay, if we society usually on a normal scenario, society expects that, okay, if you're from a family that is raised with love and joy and all of that, you're not supposed to turn out bad. You're not supposed to mingle with bad people, in quotes. You're supposed to mingle with bad people. They see you dress well. If they see you, like, maybe, for example, fashion trends has changed from the olden days to now, because, okay, throughout this year, I know I've gone through a series of revolutions of haircuts. So, there was a particular haircut that I cut like around April. Usually, in quotes, they usually say it's all these Yahoo boys or cultists, or I don't know, just one label or tag that they used to tag them like that. They say it's only those kind of people that carry that kind of haircut, and I was perplexed, because when I was even getting the haircut, I was like, I didn't even think about it. Like, that's an example of societal standard, in quotes. Like, okay, if you dress like this, you belong to a set of people. If you dress like that, and that doesn't really. If you think about it personally to you, it won't make sense. It won't make sense to get. Another example of pressure that teenagers face in this day is the desire for acceptance. Now, I think I'm going to dwell a little more on this, because I feel like everyone at some point in their life wanted to be accepted into maybe the cool gang or the clique or something. I don't know, but I feel like at one point in time you always wanted to look cool and stuff. I remember at one point in time, I think when I was about maybe 11, 12, from 11 to about age 14, there was this trend then about maybe skinny jeans or not. So then when my mom buys all these baggy jeans, I didn't like it. I always complain, oh mom, why you buying me baggy jeans and all of that? When we go to market, I'll be like, no, I want those thin kind of pencil kind of jeans that will be very tight and stuff. But now that I look back, I feel like it was dumb, because now I don't even care about skinnies or not. So basically, desire for acceptance. Just take for example, you see someone that is maybe, I don't want to call it fat or obese or something. You feel like, okay, and maybe that's how you personally are. You could work on yourself. That one is a personal choice. But you feel like, I start to feel like, okay, and people don't like talking to me because I'm fat or because I'm big or something. That is kind of desire for acceptance. Or when you start to do something that on a normal, it contradicts the values that you set as a person. That is desire for acceptance. Like, you want people to look at you as a cool guy, as a cool girl, someone that is in. You understand what I'm saying? So that is part of the pressure that teenagers face in these modern times. And right now I'll be talking about the causes of these pressures. So the causes of teenage pressure could include: one is is family dynamics. Okay, for example, you are the first child and you have about 3 siblings, or you have siblings in general behind you. You want to place pressure on yourself that, okay, I do not want to fail. I don't want to fail at school. I don't want to fail at anything I do. So I don't want to set a bad example for my siblings, so my parents will not scold me. That is an example of it's one of the causes of pressures that teen pressure. Sorry, that's one of the examples of teen pressures. You don't want to fail. You don't want to look like a weakling in front of your siblings. You don't want to. Just don't want to look like someone that isn't capable in front of your siblings. Another cause of teen pressure is the need or the want to be accepted. They want to be accepted. You would put pressure on yourself that, okay, I have to get this. Okay, I have to get this iPhone brand or this iPhone model before I can be accepted into this clay. If I can be looked at as the cool guy, then you start pressuring yourself. You start worrying yourself that you have to buy this iPhone, you have to buy this phone, you have to buy that, you have to buy this Cuban chain or designer clothes or something. You start placing unnecessary pressure on yourself, and it starts to take a toll on you. Another cause of teenage pressure is poor mindset. You have the mindset that, okay, poor mindset. You think that poor mindset. You think that you're not good enough. You think that everyone else is better than you, and that one is very relatable because I feel like that sometimes. Ever since I got here, I've started college, and I still find it very difficult to talk to some people. I find it difficult to talk to people actually. I personally don't have any friends in college right about now. For now, due to personal reasons and the fact that I can't walk up to someone and say hi. But in this scenario, poor mindset is like thinking that everyone else is better than you. You think you're not good enough. You think that you're not fine. You think you're not beautiful. You just think that you're full of flaws. You think you're flawed and all that. But no, you're not flawed. God created you in His own image and likeness. Are you saying God is flawed? No, God is not flawed. God created you perfectly, and you are the most perfect version of yourself. Nothing is going to change that. God created you for a purpose. He created you to look like the way you are going to look like. It all depends on you whether you want to uphold that, or you want to keep damaging it. You want to keep damaging what God has created you to be. Another cause is peer influence. This is also very relatable. You see your friends doing a lot of things like dating, taking drugs, smoking. Don't even go to all those parts. You see your friends doing just maybe playing football not even going to that. You see your friends doing something, maybe let's take for example betting. Okay, take for example betting, and you know that you personally that you're not built for a game like that. You're not. It's against your values, one, and two, games of chance are not your thing. Guessing has never been your thing, but you see that okay, maybe these guys are cashing out big time and all of that. You now say okay, you want to try it. No, why are you pressuring yourself? It's not your area. Just leave the people that can do it. Let them do it and just leave. Don't pressure yourself. With that, I come to the end of causes of teenage pressure, and I have written down some practical steps to dealing with the pressure. First on my list is find someone to talk to and confide in. Now this is very, very important. Find someone you can talk to, find someone you can confide in. Don't let it be someone of your age. It can be someone of your age, but maybe only one or two persons around someone of your age. Most times, let it be someone that is older than you, someone that is wiser than you. that you can talk to, that you can confide in, that you are comfortable with. I mean, it will help you. The person will obviously be wiser than you. The person knows or the part you're taking. The person knows it, and he or she knows how he or she dealt with it, and can give you good advice on how to deal with it too. Also, another way to deal with teen pressure is set realistic goals. Don't overburden yourself. This mainly pertains to academics, because I personally, when I was in secondary school, there was this guy and this girl. Obviously, they were like at the top. They were like at the top of every other thing. They were at the top of their academy. No one was coming close to them at all. Like, they were just up there. Like, was only at the top of the mountain. Not only per se. People were coming, but they didn't come down from the top of the mountain. And at a point, I was like, why are these the only people that are there? What is there that these people are doing? But then I figured out that eventually, that there are just some things you can't change in life. There's just some things you can't change. So I didn't put any burden on myself. I did my best, really, and I left the rest. And it really helped, because when I wrote Jump, I read at home, but when I came to school, I didn't read because I can't be pressuring myself. I knew that an important exam was coming, but I know that I don't react well under pressure. So I read at home as comfortable as I can be. I will read. But when I come to school, I may not pick up a book to read. I may just be playing up and down. And some people join me that they don't read and they will continue playing. But that is my own way of relieving stress. Maybe I've read maybe for hours at home, and I'll now come and just try to relieve my own stress. You get so. But in short, what I'm saying is that do not overburden yourself, do not stress yourself. Once you see, just do your best and leave the rest. Right? Another one is build a support system with friends. I realized this very late. Very late into my secondary school, but it turned out to be very helpful in the end. I have this group of friends. I think we're about 6 in number. We're in a group, we're a clique. So when anything is bothering any of us, you could just drop it on the group and we'll then discuss about it, bant about it, and the person will feel good. Building support system with friends that no matter the hour of the day, you can just bring up any of them or just throw it out on your group that I'm going through this, can you talk to me, what can I do? That is a support system. They would help you. And the Bible says iron sharpeneth iron, so as a man sharpeneth the other's countenance, something like that. You would sharpen each other. You guys will be the best version of yourselves. Lastly on my list is take a break, relax, rest. You are not a machine, you are human. Do not stress yourself. Do not stress yourself up to a point that you start falling sick. Also often that they would know you so well at the hospital, like this person they come, no attend to him. That kind of thing. It doesn't. I'm just joking about the don't let them attend to him or something. But seriously, take a break, relax. You're not a machine. Even said machine they break down. So who are you not to break down? So just when you feel like you've peaked, just calm down. Don't stress yourself. When you calm down, then when you calm down enough and you've gained enough strength, you can go back and continue. The journey is far, Mr. Sabi. The journey is far. So, and it's not a journey of one day. Life is a journey of many years. And school is a journey of many years. You cannot finish everything in one day. Do you understand? Just relax, chill. So with this, I have come to the end of today's topic, facing teen pressures. I would send out a link for a voice message. I think it should be in the link in my bio. It should be in my bio. So just do well to check that out. And if you feel you have opinions about this topic, just send it out just click the voice link, record, and I would receive it. So thank you all for listening to this topic. I really thank each and every one of you for taking our time to listen, and let's do this again another time. Thank you.